And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to helping you win at any marketplace. Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by Platinum MVP Realty, helping you win. Our goals are to educate, entertain, empower, and engage to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. And make sure you bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website. You can see links to all of our 80-plus show partners where we all want to help you win no matter what consumer advocate content advice you're looking for. We don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. We've got our A-team in the house. Let's go around the horn, make our introductions. Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be back.
Yeah, man.
Looking forward to another solid week, getting people into brand new homes and figuring out when they're going to lift this state of emergency so we can start closing and funding the loans that we had to put on hold because of Michael just popping up and surprising us all.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. The American dream is alive and well here in Tampa Bay. Leo Kane in the house, Beryl Engineering.
I'm excited to be back. We're in the process of doing a whole lot of re-inspections right now because insurance companies and mortgage companies want to make sure buildings didn't blow over in Hurricane Michael.
That's part of the process, absolutely. Chuck Peterson rounding out our expert contributor panel today, Suncoast Roofing.
Glad to be back.
Awesome.
Back here in sunny Tampa Bay, but of course we need to put our hearts out there to everybody in the Panhandle.
That's right.
That was a beating.
Yeah,
that was a beating some places up there.
One of the strongest storms in the history. They said third strongest, I believe. Yeah. And the winds, we all know the winds are 155 mile an hour, but the pressure is the thing that was interesting about this one.
A lot of stuff up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Windows got popped out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Roofs got blown off.
Yeah.
Wow. So another hit to, the FEMA, the National Flood Insurance Program, another hit to the budget there. So
another hit to Florida.
Yeah.
Yes, 3 in 3 years.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Hopefully this is the last one for this.
I always
year.
hear they go in 10-year increments. You have 10 years of pretty much nothing and then 10 bad years. That's what I've always been told. My grandfather told me.
We're on year 3 of 10, so
it's actually a 12-year cycle, and I can explain it using science.
Oh my gosh.
Science is,
I can get over our heads.
It's interesting, yeah. And it's one of those things too where people are talking about the with the warming, global warming, whether it's man-made or not, that whole situation. A lot of interesting things to debate there. But let's go ahead and plug our sponsor here. We got Bilmar Beach Resort, our official hotel partner on Treasure Island. Awesome place to visit. If you haven't checked them out yet, you've got to check them out online at least. Bilmar Beach Resort, Treasure Island, filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. The Bilmar Beach Resort has been one of the most sought-after destinations in the Treasure Island area for decades. Check them out whether you're doing a wedding, a business trip, family outing. Let them know that the real estate quarterback sent you, and they're going to give you some special offers and incentives. There's 2 pools on site. You got Sloppy Joe's restaurant. You've got what Clyde Smith, the GM, called a 2-beer beach. By the time you walk from your hotel room to the beach, you might have had the opportunity to drink 2 beers, depending on your pace. So, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show.
Challenge accepted.
That's right. There you go. That's right.
I'm in.
There you go. Let's give it a shot, right?
Yeah, we should do the show over there, right?
There we go. Live remote.
Yeah.
Pilot keeps promise and takes all elderly villagers on their first flight. So our feel-good story of the week coming up here for you as well. So got a couple of hot listings I want to let you know about here in a buyer-seller seminar coming up. We got a buyer and seller seminar coming up on November 8th, Thursday, November 8th, 11300 4th Street North over at Cox Media Group, 1025 The Bone. Get a radio station tour if you're interested in that. And more importantly, buyer, seller, investor seminar. We're going to talk to you, have some of our expert contributors on hand, and we're going to talk to you about consumer advocate tips, how to buy and sell like a pro. We're going to have catered food for you there as well, refreshments provided. Save that date, Thursday, November 8th at Cox Media Group. That's over in St. Petersburg, 11300 4th Street North. Buyer and seller seminar, compliments of Platinum MVP Realty. And I got a hot listing over in St. Petersburg. We just did a price reduction on this property again, and it's down to $1.19 million. 215 12th Avenue Northeast, St. Petersburg. 4 bedrooms, 5 bath, 3,500 square feet. And this is a superior construction home. It's SIPS panel construction, and it's steel framing, insulated panels. Great property here at 215 12th Avenue Northeast, St. Petersburg. Open house going on this weekend there. And also taking you over to the beach, staying in Pinellas County, but we're going over to the beaches here. This is a $1 million property as well. 1370 Gulf Boulevard, unit number 401, Bella Rosa condo, 3 bedroom, 3 bath, Clearwater. 1.179, actually just reduced, $1.149 million. So beautiful property, 2,200 square feet, end unit, beautiful views from the side and the rear of the beach. Beautiful place to live, work, and play here in Tampa Bay. All right, Nick Kick, our mortgage expert contributor here in studio. I think the thing that's topical is rates are rising. The market's kind of shifting from a seller's market slowly into a buyer's market. More inventory is kind of hanging out there for a longer period of time. What are you seeing on your end?
I'm seeing a lot of people actually taking my advice and coming through and getting pre-approved. So this way, now it's turning into a buyer's market. They're also going to have the firepower of being pre-approved, not pre-qualified. So I have a lot of applications with borrowers just looking for that right home because there is so much inventory. They're not jumping at the first one because they're afraid that they're going to lose the home when they fall asleep. So a lot of people have been taking the advice, which is a great thing. It's a great tool for your realtor. And it puts you at a peace of mind as well, because when you find the home, you have enough stress with that already. Moving in, getting all your logistics ready, finding a new babysitter, signing your kids up for new school and stuff. So get the stress of qualifying for a home off your plate while you're purchasing the home is a great thing to do.
Yeah.
I'll keep suggesting that weekly. Always available 7 days a week for you guys to reach out to me through Brandon's website, through my website, through calling me on my cell. I'll give that number out. It's 352-442-8905. Give me a call, work with me. Let's get your documents in. Let's get you pre-approved, not pre-qualified. And let's get that home that you wanted. Don't wait much longer because like you mentioned in the beginning, the rates are rising. So, I don't always harp on interest rates because you have the ability of dictating what your interest rate can be. You can affect your rate by making extra payments towards principal balance. So that piece of paper, I always call bragging rights, so you can tell your next door neighbor when you're cutting grass, hey, I just got a 5% rate. What did you get? But what you can tell them is, hey, I got a 3% rate because I'm paying an extra $200 a month towards principal balance.
Yeah.
That's how you can effectively change your interest rate and pay off your home faster without paying the bank so much interest.
That's right. The net effective interest rate, in essence, is really what the number one goal should be. Pay it down faster through a biweekly program. We're talking with Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage here, our local mortgage expert contributor. And one of the things we always talk about here on the show is supporting your local economy. This is, there's so much locally here. It's what a great area that we live in. We had Vincent Jackson on the show, former Buccaneer, and that was one of the things he mentioned, when he moved from San Diego playing football, and he realized the people in Tampa Bay, man, just a very charitable community. Yes. And I really feel like we pull together, whether it's Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Bradenton, Sarasota, Pasco County, out east in Polk County, we all come together and we want to support local economy. So let's do that here on the show. And the big difference too from going into a big bank versus working with someone local like yourself.
Yes. And also, talking about charities, every loan that we close, we donate. Doesn't have to be a VA loan. Every loan that we close, we do donate $250 to one of 4 veteran charities.
Nice. And
the customers have the choice on which charity we actually donate to in their honor. And we love to take care of our veterans. They kind of get the cold shoulder a lot from the government. But the one thing the government did do right is the VA benefit loan.
That's right.
And what we like to do as well is we do not charge any bank fees for our veterans. We don't charge a processing fee. We do not charge an underwriting fee. We also will pay for their appraisal. So that right there is saving them $2,000 with closing costs. And I know you guys also do things for veterans as well. If you get with the Brandon and I team, you can realistically get into a home as a veteran with $1,000 out of pocket, if that even, because you can do 100% financing. We waive most of our fees. We pay for the appraisal, and then you get seller contribution or you get the realtor contribution that you guys help out with your veterans and first responders. Veterans can get into a home with next to nothing.
Yeah.
They don't have a mortgage payment the month after they close. So they're actually going to be able to save money when they move into a home because they're not paying rent every month. They're able to take that month off, have that extra money, furnish your home, buy a new dining room table, buy your wife the new bedroom set that she wanted because you're saving money to close.
That's right.
So I want to hear from some veterans so this way we can help get you guys in homes. My two favorite buyers are veterans and first-time home buyers. I want to make sure veterans are taken care of. And first-time home buyers, I want to make sure they're not being taken advantage of. Yeah. I want to walk them through it. I'm working with 4 first-time home buyers right now, and I think I talk to them twice a day right now just because they always have questions that pop up. They get emails, they get mailers, and they want to make sure that it's not something that they're getting taken advantage of.
They're hearing commercials saying they're going to pay for all your costs. I mean, what's the deal there?
Well, when you hear the people or the companies that are paying all closing costs, we all know nothing is free in this life. So it's going to be built in somewhere. It's going to be built into your interest rate, or it's going to be called a different type of fee. So nothing is free. You have to see the bottom line. And what I've been seeing a lot of, and it's really starting to worry me, is there's a lot of brokers out there that really don't know the qualifications for different products. I have a lot of brokers offering clients that I'm working with the 3% down conventional loan, no mortgage insurance, no closing costs. Well, those different programs where it's a 3% down payment, there's income qualifications, income restrictions. So if you make over a certain amount of income, you do not qualify for that program. So this way, I want to make sure that, you're not being told things you think you can do, and then at the closing table they switch it on you.
And that's what happens a lot. I've seen it happen myself, closing hundreds of transactions per year. It does happen often, and don't fall for the bait and switch tactics. That's the reason we set this show up as a consumer advocate based program. We want to make you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. That's our number one goal. That's our promise to you, is to be that watchdog of the industry here and helping you understand more about these different dynamics where we talk about all these different areas from business to finance to health, nutrition, lots of things happening here around the area. So stay with us. When we come back, we're going to have our feel-good story of the week. Pilot keeps promise and takes all elderly villagers on their first flight. Pretty cool story coming at you here after the break.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. Of course, that's our #1 goal, powered by Platinum MVP Realty. Giving a shout out to WholeBodyFuel.com, the official meal delivery service of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Chef Brian Adamo and his team do a great job preparing, packaging, and delivering these awesome meals directly to your home or office. Convenient, healthy, organic, excellent food. They got the world-famous protein donuts are excellent. WholeBodyFuel.com. Check them out. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives. And we're back here in studio helping you win. I've got a hot listing over in Valrico I want to let you know about here. This one's 5506 Dallas Way in Valrico, River Hills Country Club, gated community, corner lot, pool home. 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3,500 square feet, just reduced down to $540,000. Great buying opportunity here in Hillsborough County. And another one that we have in South Tampa, 103 South Havana Avenue. This is 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2,960 square feet. And it's a perfect opportunity for an Airbnb and an investor, someone to purchase this property and rent it out, cash flow this property at 103 South Havana Avenue here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Somewhere sunny and 75. And I got a $1 million listing coming online in the next couple of days. Go ahead and kind of tease it out there. It's on 98th Avenue over in Largo. $1 million property, completely renovated, beautiful, gorgeous home. Anybody looking in that Pinellas County, here's the kicker. On 2 acres, man. You got a private 2 acres. Horses are available. He's selling the lot next door as well, 2-acre lot. And in
Pinellas County, having land, that's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Right in Pinellas County, close to Starkey, or close to, so beautiful property coming online, $999,000. Also, he's selling the land next door, so there's, $1.3 million listing there. Interesting property coming up. You'll see pictures of that one soon. And we're back here in studio. We got an all-star lineup for you today. Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage in the house. Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering. Chuck Peterson, Suncoast Roofing. And I want to bring Leo into the conversation now. So, yeah, man, what's going on in your world?
Oh, it's so exciting in my world. It's wow.
Leo's world.
Leo's world. Leo has not recovered since Tuesday night of last week because the show's airing on Monday. Yeah, Leo's not recovered since Tuesday of last week. Just getting geared up for the hurricanes, talking with our law partners, talking with our roofing partners, just getting ready for the hurricane. I mean, the impacts from a state standpoint were as far south as Citrus County, and Citrus County is in your listening zone for this radio station.
Yes, it is. Yep.
So as far reaching down here, one of our big partners is actually in Atlanta. They felt effects of the storm up in Georgia. So just haven't been sleeping much. I'm like drinking lots of caffeine. I'm just wired. Haven't been playing any video games lately. It's just all storm-related stuff.
Chuck, is that true? I know you were looking at his phone earlier.
Hey, he's not playing video. He's over there typing out novels, giving directions, but he's on it.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
He's on it.
It's interesting because I've done major storm work before, and I actually just want to touch on something about the 12-year cycle when it comes to storms. What year was Hurricane Andrew?
92.
What year? Yeah, 92, 94.
Miami, yeah.
Yeah, what year was Hurricane Charlie?
04.
Okay.
12 years.
And when we had Hermine.
Yep.
That was...
I don't remember that one.
That was 2016. And then we do the same thing.
Matthew, 2016.
Then we got Wilma.
Can't remember.
2005.
Fred Flintstone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyway, and then we have Katrina, 2005, and then we had Irma last year. So yeah, it's a 12-year cycle. It's actually all related to sun. The sun actually demagnetizes itself every 12 years, and when it demagnetizes itself, you get solar flares.
Wow.
And when the sun generates those solar flares, we get stronger hurricanes. So you can actually set your insurance calendar by the sun and predict when the really bad storm years are.
Interesting.
Just let us know where they're going to be at. That would help me.
Yeah. That would help a lot.
I said this at the beginning of the hurricane season. You can actually listen back to our June broadcast where I talked about the hurricanes. In October, because of the way the jet stream works and that Bermuda high flows, you always get the really fast, really strong forming storms in the Gulf of Mexico around this time of the year.
Yeah.
Just like end of August, end of September, I'm always watching off Cape Horn in Africa
Right.
to see those really slow-moving storms that go across the entire Atlantic.
Yep.
If they're tracking south on those Leeward Islands and they happen to just hook under Cuba instead of through Jamaica, then you're looking at a storm that's going to impact the west coast of Florida. It's science.
Yeah, and it's interesting how it comes into play every year. You know, we talk about this and we prepare. So hopefully the folks were prepared up there. I know there was someone from the federal government that called out local officials saying you didn't issue the warnings fast enough. I mean, did you read on that or did you see that?
They can. I mean, the difference between tornado management and hurricane management is tornadoes are really small, really fast storms. Hurricanes are really large, weaker storms that are slower moving. So there's enough warning out there. But when you get these October storms forming in the west side of the Gulf, and they just within 4 days come out of nowhere and smack. I mean, no one was predicting a storm this strong.
Right.
No one was predicting that this storm was actually going to intensify the way it did. And by the time they did, it was already too late. People in Florida have grown complacent. They need like a whole week to go buy their plywood.
Yeah.
Even though they wait till the day before, they still want a whole week of notice.
So do we have a number on this? By the way, if you just joined us, I'm Brandon Rhymes. I'm your host. We're talking with Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering. Do we have a number on, like, when the storm hit the Carolinas, it was like 500,000 homes and businesses affected. Do we have a number yet on that?
I don't think we have a number yet. I mean, it's just
too early. They don't even know what's standing still.
Yeah, I mean, you have to let the storm pass before you're first responder. I've been a first responder for many storms.
Some of those causeways, they said they can't even get over. They're just flying choppers over just to see if there's anything over there that they can't even get a vehicle there. So
yeah, because I know when Hurricane Ivan came through, and that was another 2005 storm. When that came through and destroyed the Cambia Causeway, they had to do, and it was a marvel of engineering and government coming together to make a repair when they repaired the Escambia Bridge. That was an awesome engineering feat because they basically had to reroute traffic. They used onto just one side of the bridge while they were fixing other sides and sections. I actually read quite a few case studies on that.
That's interesting. Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's the stuff I like to read. But I'm sure
playing video games.
I can pick on Chuck though, because Chuck likes to read about solar
those for you.
solar roofing.
Because you were asking about last time.
Yeah.
So.
How wind resistant are these things?
155. They're tested to for down here. So.
Wow.
And the only problem with the test, and I square off against insurance companies all the time, when they're doing the test, it's a 3-second gust.
That's it.
If your sustained winds are 155 miles an hour, your gusts are 185 to 190 mile an hour gusts.
And all things being said, 155, 185, there's not much left anyway.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's a big.
It's just those are big numbers. And when you got a storm, an eye wall that's 40 feet wide going through these areas, making landfall in Mexico Beach, I mean, it is devastation. You have the storm surge, you have the winds, you have all of these factors, and you also have a very weak insurance system right now because they're still trying to recover from Hermine. They're still trying to recover from Irma. They're not ready for this.
We're still doing Matthew claims.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Matthew claims.
A lot of stuff happened, man.
Yeah,
It's interesting when you look at that, when you think about the damage that's brought on from these storms and the challenges that it poses. Now, on the positive side, did it at least move kind of through quickly, right?
That saved a lot. The speed.
Yeah.
14 miles.
So if you just sat out there if you'd have done a Florence thing at 155 miles an hour, there'd be nothing.
Well, yeah, when Florence was just parked next to West Palm Beach for like half a week.
Or
up
in
the
Carolinas. What's the one that hit the Carolinas?
Florence.
Oh, Florence.
right.
I'm talking the Florence from 12 years ago.
Yeah, you're thinking about.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a Florence and Jean, this is 2004.
Yeah.
They just parked right outside the east coast of Florida. What was neat about Hurricane Michael is if you looked at it, let's say Tuesday afternoon, if you looked at the radar, it was even with Tampa, and the storm was the size of the entire state of Florida.
It's huge.
Let me ask you a question, like locally here, like if something were to happen here in Palm Harbor area, through with the big lake there, would the engineers ahead of the storm start releasing waters out? Because that
is a mitigation practice.
That's
they
a
usually
practice,
they usually release waters out of dams. They try and lower the levels. So because the way the storm surge works is water just rises in chunks. So you get a wave. And that's a new level of water, but the wave doesn't recede. And then you get a wave on top of the wave. And then that's your new level of water. So storm surge rises in these waves, maybe every 1 to 2 feet. So if you lower the initial level of the lakes, the rivers, if you lower those water tables down as far as possible, when you get the storm surge, it has to regain its natural level first before it starts becoming impactful.
What about sea level rise? There's predictions that Miami Beach is going to be, they're already seeing the effects of sea level rise down there.
Well, yeah, I mean, what was neat about Hurricane Irma, due to how it moved across the state, we had a reverse effect for storm surge. It was actually in Tampa Bay. We had the reverse. It was actually, it pushed all the water out. You could walk across sections of the Gulf, the bay into the Gulf. You could walk across sections.
We were on the east side of the main deal.
But
it pulled it out.
But if you're on the opposite side where it's clawing, and those winds are clawing all the sand back into the ocean. I mean, when I was in Collier County at the time during 2004 to 2006, there was beach renourishment projects that lasted a decade, just trying to put sand back on the beach that was taken away.
Where do they pull that sand? Do they dig it from out deeper?
Yeah, they go out.
They go out deeper, pump it in further back in.
Barge
okay.
it up.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's this whole infrastructure around. So you got roadways that are destroyed, utilities that are destroyed. Those are going to be the first analyzed before people can even get near their houses. A lot of people probably didn't evacuate. They're probably stranded without food, without water.
Yeah.
If they're there.
Yeah.
I mean, some of those pictures that we saw this morning for some of those places.
Was it rooftops? Rooftops with water?
Buildings left.
Yeah. I saw a whole neighborhood.
Yeah, it's completely gone.
Yeah, I think
there's not a lot of standing water. The water's gone.
Yeah, it's going to take weeks, if not months, to get a true damage toll on this.
All right, stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. We got a feel-good story coming at you. This interesting story about elderly villagers on their first flight. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Tricia up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region's #1 consumer advocate program, helping you win in any marketplace. Powered by Platinum MVP Realty. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com. We got a buyer-seller seminar coming up also on Thursday, November 8th, over at Cox Media Group, 1025 The Bone Studio, the radio station. If you'd like a radio station tour, we can do that as well. Buyer-seller seminar. Save the date, Thursday, November 8th, over at Cox Media Group. We're going to talk about buying and selling like a pro. We've got our expert contributor panel coming as well, and it's going to be a great time. Catered food by Amici's Cater Cuisine. And come check us out. We'd love to hear from you. Check out consumerqb.com as well for all your consumer advocate needs here in Tampa Bay. That's our goal, is to help you live a better life by, helping you sort through a lot of the commission-based advice out there, making you just a bit more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Curry Leaves Restaurant is our restaurant partner here in Tampa. Curry Leaves Restaurant, Indian cuisine on Kennedy Boulevard, across the street from the Intercontinental Hotel there, kind of at that intersection of West Shore and Kennedy. Curry Leaves Restaurant, Indian cuisine, excellent food, all types of great spices used in their food, and it's very healthy as well. So I love checking it out and having some lunch over there after we do our show. Curry Leaves Restaurant, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And I got a couple of hot listings I want to let you know about here in Tampa Bay. Have you ever wanted to purchase we got a landing strip of airport here, Powerline Road in Dade City, 20151. Yeah,
it's not paved.
Powerline Road in Dade City. This is a beautiful property, 10 acres, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single family home on it as well, 1,500 square feet, $250,000. So it's perfect for hobby farm enthusiast, equestrian enthusiast. It's a ranch that's zone agriculture and aviation. So next door you have 15 acres as well. It's actual airport. They're not giving out many more, or maybe any more of these types of zonings for airports. It's a private airport. Now, it's not the airport like you and I might think of with restrooms and concessions there, but it's a landing strip, and it's grass, and it's maintained, and it's flat and level. You can land your Cessna there.
Does that mean you have to have the TSA live in your house?
No, I don't think so. It's actually the opposite. You get to avoid the TSA.
Have to go by your dog at the way out the door.
Yeah. So got another property in Largo here, 12091 145th Street in Largo, Yellow Banks Grove, 3-bedroom, 2-bath property. This is an excellent home for a family or someone to maybe even rent out as an Airbnb property, because it's close to the beach. There's a marina, Krabby Bills, nature park, $290,000 just reduced. It's a beautiful home here in Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay is a hot place to purchase real estate. All right, so we got our roofing expert contributor Chuck Peterson up next here, Suncoast Roofing, and another busy time for you.
Yeah, I mean, hurricane after hurricane. So, we're moving an operation to Tallahassee Monday.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's that entail? You're going to start leasing space up there?
We already have some space up there. Yeah. So we were planning on getting there later than sooner, but it's an opportunity to get up there, and there's a lot of work to be done up there. We're going to take a tractor trailer load of tarps with us and see what we can do to help out getting some houses at least watertight.
Yeah.
Get started.
That's the big thing. First off, is just kind of keep it watertight, keep the water out, preserve it.
Yeah, get a little bit more watertight than what some of them are.
Yeah. Yeah. So that way, any additional rains come, and you're not, adding to the complexity.
Yeah. And then we'll just see where it takes us from there, depending on, how bad what places are. Nobody, like we've talked about, nobody's really seen anything, so we don't really know. Other than we know where we're headed to.
Wow. Yeah.
So we'll see. But we've been through 2 hurricanes in the last 2 years, so we're well prepared as far as staff and production goes. So we're going to go up there and see.
And this is where the hucksters come out, right?
This is where you really gotta watch the storm chasers and the guys out there wanting cash to do business and telling you they can do stuff in a week or two. And I mean, it's we've had 100 discussions on here about how Irma went down there, and roofs we've done for people who gave $10,000 deposits and never saw anybody again. And
tough, man.
It's really it's frustrating for us to hear it, and it's really makes you feel really bad for our customer. They got beat up on a hurricane, then they gave out money, somebody who took it and left, and It's a bad deal.
So we got some pictures here today. If you're watching our TV show, by the way, we're 5 o'clock drive time, 1380 The Biz weekdays. We got our weekend show on FM 102.5 The Bone Sunday mornings, 7 a.m. Daily TV show, 10 a.m. as well on WeBeam TV. Also streaming live from our website, consumerqb.com. So if you're watching the television show version of this show, you can see the pictures that we're going to be putting up. So we're going to start putting some pictures up, and maybe Chuck can give us some.
We brought some finished product stuff. So these are
pretty.
These are some houses we did. Yeah, this one's down there. I think this one's in Inlet Shores down in Bradenton. It's a shingle house, just so you can see it's all brand new, nice and pretty. That's the four-color
I like the way they kind of have each a little bit of different shades,
yeah,
so it adds variety.
That's the 4-color shingles. That's the new one. That's pretty nice new ones. You know, Leo's probably been to one or two of them. Who knows?
Oh, look at those dormers.
You know,
These are very nice.
Yes, they are.
They're nice.
Got the solar panels on the side there. Yep. So we do all kinds. That's a nice tile roof right there.
What kind of roof is that?
That's a nice metal one there. The last one was tile, just a flat concrete tile.
Is that a gable they call it, or what's the?
It's a hip roof.
Hip.
Yep.
Was that a 5V standing double seam crimp?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
It's a 5V. I don't think it's double seamed. It's
so the 5V means that it's got the points.
This is a standing seam.
That's nice.
Yeah, standing seam.
That roof will last a while, won't it?
Yeah, that's the one we did down in Bonita Springs. That's the Bonita Bay Country Club's marina down there.
Wow.
We didn't do the top. We repaired the top, but we had to redo all the restaurant stuff in the front there and all that kind of stuff.
That's super nice.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful. We did their clubhouse down there, too, which was 850 squares of tile, which is a building about the size of that, except it's one story in tile.
Skylights in there?
Yep, skylights.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah. Yep. So
yeah, beautiful.
That's just a little bit of the work. Yeah, we do all kinds.
We got to get a button for that. You got to record that for us.
You'll need that when you get up on top of that marina building, 5 stories in there, walking around on top of that bad boy.
Metal roof? Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You get the sun from both sides, don't you?
You know, you get really slim and skinny when you're walking on those rails up there, because it's just a metal framed roof up there, and the guys walk on that thing. They have to stay right on that I-beam.
Right.
Walking across, trying to patch holes. And
you ever watch those steel workers, those welders during the roof framing? They're just walking on beams 20, 30 stories up in the
walking
air.
along.
Yeah.
Good balance.
You got it. Because if you're not up there. But yeah, so we do all kinds of roofing, and we're gonna see what we can do up north. We're gonna check it out and work with the insurance companies. We work with a lot of the attorneys. We work with Leo's company quite a bit on any structure damage. We send them straight over to Mr. Leo.
Okay.
Have them hook us up with a report on what's got to be done.
Now, when it comes to the process, can someone you do offer a free consultation up front?
Yeah,
I mean,
you
to give them
call.
Okay.
All you got to do is call your number, go on the websites. Your website, ours.
Yep.
Suncoastroofing.net. I mean, it's just to get an appointment. For insurance, we actually handle all the insurance claim part. We have 3 in-house insurance guys across the state.
Wow.
So we can handle all the insurance claim paperwork and meet the adjuster and do all that kind of stuff. And that's why we also have those attorneys. So if it goes sideways, we actually take your insurance company to court on your behalf.
I want to dive deeper on that.
Yeah,
I want to dive deeper on that.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that people need to keep in mind is if the insurance adjuster says that 25% or more of your roof needs to be replaced, they have to replace the whole roof. The insurance companies won't initially want to pay that, but it has to be done. And this is where Chuck's company stands and steps in with their full estimate.
It's a Florida statute. I mean, it's not oh, hey, we'd like to do it. I mean, it's the law.
And it's 602.3.
And the thing is, the insurance companies, they'll bring in outside adjusters, just like they will up here, because there's just not enough manpower in the state of Florida to handle it. And those guys have no idea. They just have no idea what the statutes are, what's required. So the insurance company, they give you a printout, a scope of loss. In their terminology, it's called Exactimate, the program that they use that prints it out line item by line item, like each nail has a cost. Each board has a cost. Each ingredient that we use to put the roof together has a cost. And we will take that paperwork off your hands and deal with the insurance companies, because they will short you. They'll short you 10 to 20% every time, without a doubt. I mean, unless your house, unless your roof is sitting in in the daggum driveway over there, you have a flat deck and it's sitting in the driveway, they will try to cut you 10 or 15%.
Mm-hmm.
And
so what's some of the number one things that you see in that situation then, like when it's?
Well, I mean, then we got to go battle the insurance company on behalf of the customer.
Right.
I mean, we take that part on. You know, we have them sign an AOB, which is a bad term everybody seems to think, but it gives us the power to deal with the insurance company directly on their behalf for the roof. We don't take it for, you know, for the structure damage that Leo has to fix or the interior paint. We take it to the AOB part for the roof.
And what's that terminology, or what's that AOB?
It's called assignment of benefits.
Got it.
Which means they assign their insurance benefits of the roof to us.
Right.
In return for that, we have to go after the insurance company and get them as much money to cover the roof that we can get. And we do that. We're really good at what we do. That's why we only do the roof. You know, but we take it from there, and if they don't pay what we say is reasonable to pay for a normal house, then we hand it to one of those 2 or 3 attorneys we work with.
Right. And
they will sue those insurance companies, and knock on wood somewhere, we're very good at that. We recover almost always, get you your money.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
And you get your roof on, and you're paying no more than your deductible, which is all you're required to pay. Yeah, that's it. But
well,
you
that's
are
good
required
stuff.
to pay your deductible. Let's throw that out there.
You are required to pay the deductible.
Yeah, because there will be a lot of these storm chasers that go out there and say, we'll put your roof on and you don't have to pay a thing.
Wow.
Not really the case.
Be careful for the hucksters out there. They are coming out of the woodworks, I'm sure. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. When we come back, more from our expert contributors. We're going to jump into our lightning round, and we also have our feel-good story of the day. Pilot keeps his promise, and he's taken all elderly villagers on their first flight. Find out about this story. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get it.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, powered by PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com. We are recruiting agents right now to our team. We've got a plethora of leads, lots of leads coming in, and we need more help servicing those leads. PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Here's a couple of hot listings for you as well. This one is 11315 Tralee Drive over in Riverview. It's a vacant lot. Beautiful property in Shadow Run, the community in Riverview. $135,000, actually just reduced down to $125,000. This is a great opportunity to build a custom home in Shadow Run. Also, great property in Bayport, 5603 East Longboat Boulevard. Bayside East is the subdivision. And it's beautiful. You got a water view across the street. Beautiful property at Longboat Boulevard in Tampa, just reduced down to $185,000. A couple of great properties here in Tampa Bay. Great opportunities for you to get into the game of buying real estate. And giving a shout out to Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance. Say hello to Steve and Lisa Gunnan over at Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance. Restore, reinvigorate, and revive. And this is awesome. Yeah, I love going in there and visiting the folks over there and getting my vitamin infusion right into the vein. And they've got all these different types. You got the health and wellness, performance. They've got weight loss, fatigue fighter, anti-aging. You can put amino acids in there, and it's really cool. It's right there on Gandy Boulevard in South Tampa. Say hello to Steve and Lisa Gunnan, Replenish IV Solutions, right here in South Tampa. Another one of our longtime show partners here with the Consumer Quarterback Show. And every day we're going to tell you something positive
for the anti-fatigue one.
There you go.
The show.
Yeah.
Get him juiced up a little bit.
Get him juiced up.
I'm already juiced up a little bit.
Get the vitamins. It's good. It's perfect for when you're doing a flight or something too, man. Like if you're going to be flying out of town.
Right.
Great
good idea.
Great opportunity to get that in your body before you're taking on all those extra germs. All right, so we got our feel-good story of the day, telling you something good here in our positivity segment.
Tell me something good.
All right, so after fulfilling his dream as becoming a pilot, gentleman Vikas Bayani took all of the elderly residents of his village on their first flight, according to the Times of India. So taking you across the seas here to India, a story out of India. So he's in a village there. He had made a promise to the elderly that he would take them, that he would become a pilot and then take them all on a flight. Many people make promises to the elderly, but he kept his word, says Bilma. And the 90-year-old woman who said that she had never been and never dreamt of such a thing. So the two 78-year-old passengers said the air travel was the best movement of their lives. In total, 22 residents flew with the gentleman at the Golden Temple over in India. The pilot's father also was a senior manager at a bank. He said he was always respect his elders, and this was his dream. So pretty cool story.
Nice job.
Yeah, good stuff. Really neat. And follow us on Facebook at Consumer Quarterback Show, Facebook.com/Consumer Quarterback Show, Real Estate Quarterback Show as well. At Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter. And make sure we're connecting online. We'd love to talk to you. We put a lot of content out there as well. So let's go ahead. I want to go back to Nick Kick here, BBMC Mortgage. And Nick, so we talk sometimes as well about down payment assistance programs. I think a lot of people don't really understand it. There's free government money there. There's municipalities that have different programs. Can you give us a couple minutes on that?
Yes. First-time homebuyers are eligible for the down payment assistance loans. And once again, first-time homebuyer does not mean that you've owned a home in your life. It's in the past 3 years. If you had not held ownership on a property in the last 3 years, you're considered a first-time home buyer again in this product. And what we do is we get you the nice home, say a $150,000, $200,000 home. I'll get you the $7,500 from the county bond. Mm-hmm. Realtor works on getting you some seller contribution. You put your $500, $1,000 deposit down on the home, and you walk into the home with that money out of pocket only. So you're using other people's money. You're missing a mortgage month payment of rent. So you're basically coming out of pocket with nothing. They're almost paying you to get into that home. This is how you can get a home with zero closing costs. So this is me saying I can help you get in a home without paying closing costs out of pocket, but I'm not waiving costs. We're actually just getting you some assistance from the county or assistance from the sellers.
And not building it into the rate either.
Exactly.
That's the other side of it.
And that's the nice thing with the down payment assistance loans. The county sets the rate. So there is no bartering. I cannot raise your rate. I cannot lower your rate either, though, but your rate is what it is. It is dictated by the county.
So we'll talk about that more in detail also on November 8th, our event going on over at Cox Media Group. We got our buyer-seller seminar. So we're going to talk about that, some of the tricks also for investors, buying properties through an IRA, legally and ethically avoiding taxes, paying the least amount possible that you can in taxes. So there's a lot of cool things we're going to cover in this buyer-seller investor seminar going on Thursday, November 8th at Cox Media Group. Make sure you check that out. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's over in St. Petersburg, Cox Media Group, 1025 The Bone. The radio station. Actually, we're going to go to a tour as well, and it's a performance theater, classroom style. Really good setup. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. So let's go ahead and jump into our lightning round.
The lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds!
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage.
2 quick things. Reach out to me as soon as possible. Let's get you pre-approved. The first 5 people that do get a hold of me for an application, I will pay for your appraisal. And second, kind of piggybacking where they were talking about roofers taking your deposit money and never showing back up. Please, when you're purchasing your home and it comes time to send money to the title company, you will receive wire instructions. Reach out to the title company. Do not just open an email because you think it's from them. When you get that email, call the title company, confirm they sent those wire instructions to you, and confirm the wiring information is correct.
That's a good one.
I don't want your money going somewhere and that you're not going to be able to get it back from.
That Nigerian prince, he always does that.
I was hoping he had a daughter, but the guy
evidently not.
Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering.
Do not let insurance adjusters take advantage of you, especially if you have a tile roof. Tile roof's the #1 denied roof and one of the easiest claims for a lawyer to get through. So if you have hurricane damage, make sure you contact a public adjuster, a roofer, or an engineer. If you contact us, we'll go ahead and hook you up with all that. Contact Chuck, he'll go ahead and hook you up with all that. We'll be the same hookups. Good job on the website pulling it up for our people. You can find us at BerylProjectEngineering.com. And if you're in Citrus County and you need a reinspection to get your loan or your insurance, give us a call, 813-616-3301.
Awesome. Good stuff. Chuck Peterson, Suncoast Roof.
We'll go back to the same. At this point, for the people who are here in our listening area, it's the same one we always talk about. If somebody comes to you to give you a roof estimate, you need to check them out. You need to make sure they're licensed in the state, make sure they're licensed in the city, make sure, that they're, if they're asking for 50% down deposit, you need to back up. It's the consumer, has to put a little effort into that part, but then from there on, if you call a reputable company, you should be good to go.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the key right there. Researching it, finding out, making sure you're talking to the right people. Going back to Nick's example, these days there's a lot of scammers online, of course.
Everywhere. Not just online. They're out there knocking doors and everything else.
And what they'll do is they'll take, the email address, whatever, for yours it might be at BBMC Mortgage. They might change one of the B's to a D. BDMC Mortgage. It looks the same to the quick glance, and then they've got wiring instructions in there because that's what they're getting after is the wiring instructions, and that's when you're going to be wiring a $5,000 deposit or even more monies to close. In some cases, the down payment is the money could be an all cash deal going or deal going wire to wire, and then you lose that money, and there's really not much you can do once it's gone.
Yeah, no, the FBI is backed up with those types of things already, so you're going to just be waiting in line, and it's not like a bank when you get somebody dips into your account, the bank will put the money in your account while they're researching it. The FBI is not going to do that with $20,000-$30,000. So make sure you do your due diligence and homework. And I always reach out for my customers, so have your broker do the same.
Yeah. We got about a minute or two left here. I want to talk to you about the 6 Ps. It's perfect for your business here when you're thinking about planning and you think about goal setting. Here we are in the 4th quarter going into a new year right around the corner. So the 6 Ps, according to one of my favorites, Brian Tracy, talks about proper prior planning prevents poor performance. So when you think about it, any event, any type of business model, any types of changes, maybe, mergers, there's a lot of things you might want to think about here, but you make your list the night before, or weeks before, if it's a big event. Your subconscious mind, your reticular activation system in your brain is going to start planning and working and pulling resources, pulling all that together, even while you sleep, and you're going to have positive progress. It's going to energize you. You're going to release endorphins. You get momentum, when you start doing these types of things. And And a lot of times when a task is so big, you say, oh man, it's overwhelming. That's where procrastination comes in. But there's a rule out there: when you spend the first 10% of the time that gets this started, you're going to accomplish. It's going to help you reach that goal faster by releasing momentum. So start planning, saving up to 90% of your time. And a lot of times, and you want to think on paper. Make sure you're thinking on paper, writing down your list. And there's also technologies that you can utilize to do that as well. I want to thank our expert contributors today: Nick Kick with BBMC Mortgage, our local lender, support the local economy; Leo Kane, Beryl Engineering, Project Management Engineering; Chuck Peterson, Suncoast Roofing as well, a longtime friend of the program here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Now, we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing, hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in our community. Do something kind for one another. Lots of opportunities to volunteer, get involved with church groups, organizations, feeding the homeless, feeding hungry folks down there, maybe visit a nursing home. A lot of cool things you can do, and it's even more gratifying when you take your children or people in your family to that. So stay with us. We'll see you next time here. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 102.5 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.